So Colossians 3:17.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai.
Right, so all that we said and do is going to be in the name of the Lord Savior, Mashiach Yahushai, going to the Most High. And we thank the Most High for everything, but He worthy to be praised for everything. Let's go to Leviticus, the 25th chapter, and the second verse. Leviticus 25 and 2. We'll go over some laws tonight. Review the laws.
Leviticus chapter 25, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when you come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Most High.
You come into the land which the Most High has given us, He said, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Most High. Go ahead.
6 years thou shalt sow, 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof.
6 years. He said we're supposed to plant our crops and so forth. In 6 years we're supposed to prune our vineyard and gather in the fruit thereof. Go ahead.
But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land.
But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land. So now He's saying we got to let the land rest on the 7th year. You see? So just like we rest on the 7th day, it's a Sabbath day for us, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Or at least this day is like the 7th day, you know, the beginning to the end. So this is what He's saying we did with the land. Go ahead.
A Sabbath for the Most High. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard.
This is the 7th year, He said. Read.
That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed. For it is a year of rest unto the land.
So the Sabbath is the 7th day, the 7,000th year the Most High rested. So that's His Sabbath when it first started. A day of rest that He rested. So now I challenge those that say the earth is so many millions years old. What about the second Sabbath? The 14,000th year. The third Sabbath, 21st year. You see the fourth Sabbath, 28,000th year. Because a day to the Most High is 1,000 years. He just letting us know, and this is why you got to look at how His Sabbath is so important to us and even to the land. But see, Esau and the nation, they have not followed this. And we haven't been able to follow our laws because we're in captivity and been in captivity for so many hundreds of years. But if you follow the way of the Most High, then we can have an increase. But it's not an increase or decrease because these principles are not followed. Read on. Supposed to rest on the 7th year. Let the land rest. And whatever it grew of itself, let it grow of itself. Don't be going out there picking nothing. Go ahead.
And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourneth with thee.
The Most High made sure we was taken care of. We didn't have to do that. Yes.
So I'm not understanding that what it's saying.
Well, this right here?
Yeah.
Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you. You know? We rested, the land's gonna rest. We ain't growing anything. So,
But it says it's meat for you.
whatever it is that's there, we're gonna be able to have whatever is there. But we're not growing anything. Whatever, remember it said before, it says, that which groweth of its own accord, in verse 5, of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land. Yes.
So before we would gather it and reap it. Now we just eat it. Don't just
Yeah.
Okay. So not gathering any. Don't just reap.
Gather it to be able to deal with
Right.
selling it or whatever.
Right. So now we just
doing it
we
and
need
all
it.
that.
Just I see. Okay.
Verse 7, now for the animals, read.
And for thy cattle, and for the beasts that are in thy land, shall all the increase thereof be meat.
See? So, it didn't say decrease, it said increase. You see what I'm saying? So, this is where he comes in and makes it so that we have it, but we don't plant anything. The land is resting. Whatever comes of its own, you know, like certain things just grow over and over again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Whatever comes of its own is going to be enough. He says it's going to be increased. He's going to increase it so we don't have to plant anything. He's going to make sure that that land is resting. You ain't digging up nothing, planting nothing in that ground on the 7th year. Because you're going to make sure, it's like, just like it was when we was in the wilderness. You know, the Most High made sure that we had enough so we didn't have to go out there on the 7th day. He gave us enough on the 6th day, carry us over to the 7th day, but then those that went out there, you know, to try to get something that stank, he made it stink.
Yeah.
So you didn't want it. Spoiled. Yes.
So 7 years, then it rests for a year.
No, 6 years.
I mean 6 years. On the 7th year, that year, so it's resting for a year. Okay.
That's the Sabbath. That's why so you gotta look at that 7 number of completion plus that 7 is the number of the Sabbath.
Okay.
The 7 days, 7,000 years. That's what I'm saying. He rested.
Right.
And we gonna rest in the 14,000 year. But you know, that's 1,000 years.
Right.
So whenever the Most High decides, like we're in the 13,000 year now. See what I'm saying? So whenever the Most High decides that he want to bring it on, as far as sending the Mashiach Yahushua back within the 3rd day. Get that in 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, 1st and 2nd verse. I think that's it.
When it's 6.
No, it's not at all. It's Hosea. Shalom. Welcome. Right. Brother God, it's Hosea, Salakia. Hosea 6:1.
Hosea chapter 6, verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Most High, for he had torn, and he will heal us.
The Most High torn and put us in captivity after captivity, man, for us breaking his laws. But he say he gonna heal us. Read.
He hath smitten, and he will bind us up.
So do it say man gonna bind us up? It say the Most High gonna bind us up. Listen what it say, read.
After 2 days will he revive us.
After 2 days. So after 2,000 years, get 2 Peter 3:8. See, after 2 days, that'll be the first day of the week. If you look at 2 days, so it's not talking about a day as we look at it. So that's why we got to know what a day is to the Most High. Read that.
Oh, 2 Peter.
Right. Yeah.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Most High as 1,000 years.
See, 1 day is as 1,000 years. So you see Hosea, go back to Hosea 6:2.
Hosea chapter 6, verse 2. After 2 days will I revive us.
After 2,000 years, you're going to revive us. You see the revival of Israel right now. Whether we together or not, we being revived. You know, everybody coming back to the law, such commandments of the Most High. So that's after 2,000 years. So we looking at 2,000 to 3,000. You see? So that's where we at now. When you look at, go ahead, read it from the top.
After 2 days will he revive us. In the third day he will raise us up.
All right, so it said in the third day he's gonna raise us up. So we in the third day now. From you count from Mashiach Yahushua 2,000, from 2,000 to 3,000, that's the third day. And we in 2015 now, so it could be further along than what we have actually on our calendar. It could be further back. I mean, he added days to the years. You know, most I have 360 days, it's a complete circle. See what I'm saying? So he said after 3 days, which is the third day, the 3,000 year, which is we're in now between 2,000 and 3,000. And we are coming together, the most potent movement of all, the Hebrew Israelites, you know what I mean, the 12 tribes of Israel coming together. Regardless of how anybody on the outside look or how we look on the inside, you see what I'm saying? Because all the different groups, all the people are recognizing the truth, you know, more so than any other time. But I mean, you know, you look at during the 1800s, coming out of 1800s, man, they had millions. A lot of these groups came out of Hebrew Israelites. You know, we just don't know that because we don't know our story. But a lot of them, these groups, Moorish, Science Temple, all of them, Muslims, all of them, everyone basically came from an Israelite perspective. And then we were infiltrated. Next thing you know, we have what we have, this division. So, you look at Leviticus 25 and 7.
Leviticus chapter 25 verse 7. And for thy cattle and for the beasts that are in thy land shall all the increase thereof be meat.
Yeah, we don't have enough to take care of ourselves, but we don't have to plant. Let the land rest. And the land resting, you know, because the fruit is going, I mean, to let you know, everything will be there for us on that 7th year. Get Isaiah 48 and 13. And 13, select.
Isaiah chapter 58 verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy days.
So this is the most high holy day. You know, it's like, why you can't give a day to the Most High? Some people say, well, that's not talking about sexual intercourse, but that's pleasure, the ultimate pleasure. You see what I'm saying? So, why you can't just give the Most High this day? There was times when the Most High told us to come before Him as a people. He told us, don't go into our women. Don't have anything to do with it for 3 days. Clean ourselves up 3 days before we even approach Him. Who would do that? You know what I mean? 3 days, say, don't touch it. And come before me, you know. He said, hey, take your shoes off. You standing on the ground because the Spirit of the Most High is there. The angel of the Most High is there. You know what I mean? Bringing forth His word. So we had to do that. Think about the times that we were, and look at the times that we're in now where we was getting ready to get wiped out. They said fast, don't eat nothing, don't drink nothing, don't just, you know, clean yourself up and sanctify yourself. for these days that we're going to fast and pray, you know. They put all the way to the point of putting feces on their bodies, ashes, ripping their clothes up and crying to the Most High. That's why the Most High said we better seek him while he can be found. Because it's going to come down. It's going to be worse than it ever was that we can read anything in this Bible. You see what they went through, we got to go through worse than that. That's why we got to be spiritually endowed and have a relationship with the Most High. And don't let nobody take us off our course of making it, because he's the only hope. Ain't no other hope. You know what I mean? In the spirit, people can gather all they want to gather to think they're going to fight against somebody that's blessed with a sword. And those that have ears to hear better hear what I'm saying. Better know who you going up against. You ready for war? You better be ready. Because it's deeper than carnal. Right. Much deeper. You know, those that are carnal, they gonna deal with it on a carnal level.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all they know. Those that are spiritual have to deal with these high demons in high places. That's why we got to be prepared. Because the Israel ain't the same. Just because I know I'm an Israelite, you know you're an Israelite, y'all know y'all Israelite, that's not going to save us. We got to have a relationship with the Most High. He the one going to sit on Mashiach Yahushua back to deliver the chosen of the Most High's chosen people, 12 tribes of Israel. We got to repent. We got to, you know, cry unto the Most High. Sometimes he had pity on us. He gonna make it. Like the Mashiach said, everybody gonna cry. All nations gonna wail because of him when he come back. When they see what he gonna do, as it is written, and we can't even imagine it. I mean, we can't find that. They need to do a movie on that. The real destruction, the real judgment, you know, in war.
It's gonna scare the devil out of us, huh?
Yeah. Better do something. Get up, Exodus 20. And verse 8.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cow, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahweh must Yahushua David made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy mother and thy father.
That's one time. So 6 days, the Most High made heaven and earth, right?
Okay.
So when you go to Genesis, go to Genesis 1, let me show you what it's saying. Read Genesis 1 and 5.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 5.
We'll read from 1 on down.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, the Most High Yahushua created the heaven and the earth.
In the beginning. Go ahead. The Most High Yahushua created the heaven and the earth. Read.
And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Most High Yahushua moved upon the face of the waters.
So the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters. Now we know who created everything, right?
Right.
Who?
Yahushua through the power of the Most High.
So you see it says the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters. Mm-hmm. So what is the Mashiach Yahushua here? Spirit. To an angel. But see, if you don't see him there, he ain't there. Right? Go ahead.
And the Most High Yahushua said, "Let there be light." And there was light.
So let there be light, there was light. Everything comes from darkness. Everything comes from darkness. to life.